Hey guys, how are you today? You may notice that I haven't posted videos in a while, and you may be wondering where they are. Well, I've actually been recording videos behind the scenes, but I haven't been posting them because they're based on upcoming projects from authors who are trying to make, commercial items out of them. They're based on intellectual properties, that they have permission for and all of that, but I haven't been posting them because they will be public at some point, and I don't want to spoil the surprise. And I don't feel like I have the right to show that. So I've been posting them mainly to help them out, to give them feedback on what they've been working on and whether or not it's working, whether or not they need to fix things here and there. But I have in fact been recording videos behind the scenes, so this channel hasn't been dead, but I haven't been posting for that reason. What I wanted to talk about today is that I do have a video coming, or series rather, coming that I hope will be interesting to you. But what reason I'm not just starting right now and posting items is I want to kind of give you a bit of a setup. You'll notice that right now I've got a slightly different presentation happening here on the screen than maybe what you're used to. You're used to seeing me play these independent RPG games in these little small square spaces, and that's because the software I've been using to play them is this. I don't even know if it's SourceForge or something else, but it's this old. I can't even think of the term I'm looking up, but it's an indie project that different various group of people have been working on and using, and the software was called Camp Studio. And what Camp Studio is, it's free, it's fair, but at this point I'm not sure if it's being updated because there are other screen recording software out there that's better. And what I've been using is the custom layout for Camp Studio in order to capture the screen in a way that works for the resolution. But I'm not sure the quality's been perfect, and then of course I have to play small versions of the screen, so there's no big HD images or anything. So really my opportunities to play games that are bigger, more commercial, I just haven't had that because the software I've had wasn't particularly awesome for that. But fortunately, Humble Bundle had a sale not long ago on a software package that included screen recorder, editing software, and a few other things, and I decided to go ahead and get it because I want something that's effective, something that's is cleaner and has an easier time capturing what I'm using, and even handles my voice better. So the last couple of weeks I've been actually recording a new game series for something you've probably heard of. It's an indie game, but it's not one of these obscure OHRRPGCE games that I've been playing up until now, which I hope will be interesting. And also I've been applying to the editing software, because if you watch any of my old videos, you'll find that most of them are not edited. They're just a matter of, here's some footage, do with it what you want. And the purpose was not to entertain my viewers, which I realize is counterproductive for putting it online. But I have made them for those who are actually making the games, who want honest feedback about how their games are doing. And that's essentially what the whole purpose of this channel has been for quite a few years. But I do recognize that I enjoy watching other people's playthrough videos, and I like the idea that every person who plays a game, they have their own way of doing it. And I don't know that the authors of any of these commercial games would actually come visit my channel. As you can see, my subscription rate's very low right now. My average watch time is very low. And then again, I get that because I'm not recording videos that's appealing to massive audiences. I don't know that that's going to start with this new software, but it's an option that I can now have in my repertoire, because why not? Why not give it a shot? So I wanted to just post this quick video to let you know that I do have things in the works, and that it's not going to be limited to all the stuff you've seen before with these essentially uncut videos that are interesting to a very small population. I am trying to make something a bit more accessible to average viewers. On that note, I want to emphasize a few other things. This channel is my personal channel. It's not again, it's not designed for games alone. You've probably seen my game design with Scrivener videos on here, which have been, I wouldn't call them popular, but as far as this channel goes, it's one of the more popular series videos. And it just was an idea I had for using software that's generally meant for writers, to be able to design games with it too. And there's pros and cons to that video, because I've recently been trying to learn C#, and I figured out pretty quickly that there's specialized software for programming that you should be using instead of software meant for writers if you're going to take it seriously. And the whole premise of using Scrivener for game design was to put together a list of items that you're going to want for your for just designing games in general, coming up with an idea, coming up with a storyline, things like that, and having a one-stop shop for all of your story ideas. But then the scripting element of it, if you have the type of script software or scripting language that isn't quite so technical, which is what the OHRRPG is like, then Scrivener would be certainly fine. In fact, maybe even preferable, because you can see things side by side. But those kind of videos I like to do because I like to give a little extra stuff for my viewers. If you're looking for something unique, you're probably not going to find that in most game channels that are designed mainly for games and game viewing. I know a lot of those channels are meant for reviews, and in a way this is too. But again, it's reviews for smaller games you probably haven't heard of, and games that if not for this channel you probably never will hear of. Even though a few of them might be on Steam, they're not popular. Most of them aren't publicized, and again I do it for the authors and show them what they can do to improve their game. So I'm not doing a directional shift so much as I'm trying to supplement my channel with new ideas, with new opportunities to give you, the viewer, better experiences. So I will be using my editing software more often, and I'll certainly be using the screen capture software to make bigger games like the one you're watching now. And by the way, this is called Mini Metro. If you've never heard of it, it's fairly addicting, which is why I don't play it often, because I know if I just start, I'm going to be with it for a bit. So that's general run of what's happening on this channel. I do have other things I want to try in the future, including turning some of my books into audiobooks. For those of you who don't know, I'm a writer. I'm not just a person who plays games, because I think there's more to life than playing games. I think there's more to life than making games, even though I do that too. I just I want this to be an all-purpose channel for a number of different mediums and different ways for you viewers to get information and also to discover new things, and that includes the stuff I do myself. So you can certainly stick around for that, or if that's not your thing, that's fine too. I understand. But I just want to make it clear that this channel will be trying new things in the near future, and it's not dead. It's just, like I said, most of what I've been doing behind the scenes to help out certain authors with their games. And so on that note, I want to quickly preview that there is a new series coming out, and I don't want to spoil which one just yet, but like I said, it's based on a popular indie game, and because I'm using editing software now, I am designing it in an episodic format. My goal is to record the entire series before I start posting them. So I had a tentative release date to start it on September 17th, which is a Monday, and a release schedule of Mondays and Fridays at about probably 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I'm still working out the details in my head. The thing is, I'm still recording the series, so I don't know how many parts it's going to be, and I would like to have some clear understanding of how many I'm going to need to actually produce before I actually make the announcement, because I like to make sure you guys know what you're getting yourself into. So that's coming. So I hope that the stuff that's coming will be interesting to you, and I hope you'll stick around and watch it. I hope that if you are coming across the channel for the first time, that you'll subscribe, because subscribers, they make channels better. But again, it's not going to all be about playing games. It'll be a number of things will happen, and just stick around for the stuff that you're into, and if you don't like what I'm doing, there are other channels out there that do more. But I want to also emphasize that because I'm trying new things, not everything will be perfect. For example, I've just recently realized with this video that my recording software is not recording immediately from when I start. It's actually making me wait about 10 seconds. So a lot of my videos I've already recorded start with me in the middle of talking, and I didn't realize at the time that it wasn't picking up my voice. So the editing in the first few episodes might be a little odd. There's other things I'm learning too about just what's entertaining to watch. You have the first six videos of the series that's coming out. I was experimenting with different crazy voices like "Hello, friends," and "Oh my goodness," just dumb stuff that I think on the second watch through I kind of found annoying, and chances are you might too. So I kind of gave that up after the sixth episode, and I don't plan to go back to it anytime soon. I want to keep it fairly normal. But I mean, of course, if you like my stupid voices, tell me and I'll bring them back. But I just, I can only stand my voice for so long. And I always assume that the same is, thought of in other circles. But anyway, I want feedback here. Let me know what I'm doing, if what I'm doing is something you enjoy, and I'll keep doing it. But I just, like I said, I hope you come back and I hope you'll enjoy the series that I'm putting together. Again, I don't know how many parts it'll be, and I'm not going to start releasing them until I have a finished series, because I want to know exactly what my release schedule will be. I'm also going to be experimenting with YouTube more to try out the scheduler, because in the past I would upload all my videos at once and then post them at once, and then I would send a link to the developer of the game I've been playing, let them know, hey, here's a thing you can watch that I just recorded, hope you like it, blah blah blah. And I'm probably not going to do that for these major commercial games, because I'm sure the designers they're probably working on other things by now, and I'm sure they've moved on. But for those who have smaller games, I want to be helpful. If you have a game that you're building, you want me to try it out, and you want honest feedback, let me know. I can try it. But that's what I've been doing in the past. The games I've been playing have been what's on an engine called the OHRRPGCE, which is a homemade RPG construction engine that's been in development since the late 90s. And most of the designers that use the engine, they're creative types, certainly, but they're, it's designed for non-programmers, people who just have a great idea but don't have a lot of coding experience. And I'm part of that community. I have games I've been making with it. There's a few. My early videos are examples from those games I've been making. But I think part of the community process of helping each other is to actually show what the player experience is like. So that's why I've been doing these videos so far. But I think with better software, I can get more out of it, and I think the people who I'm helping can get more out of it. So, and I think some entertainment value is nice. So that's the gist of what's happening on the channel and why you haven't been seeing videos lately. You will be seeing them again. The releases will be regular, only because I'm going to be recording them all out ahead of time. That said, be aware that when a series ends, there might not be one following right away. And this is something that I want to also emphasize, is that I don't just play games. I don't have time to just play games. I do have other things I do. I make them. I'm a writer. These are things that every so often I'm going to be putting a lot of time into. And making video games, playing these, it takes time also. Editing, I think I've spent the better part of last week editing just 6 parts of the series I'm doing for my channel. That's a lot of time to go into something that, in my opinion, is more for entertainment value than helping anybody. And I'm all about helping others. So you're probably not going to have a lot of videos like that in short spurts of time. I think there's other YouTubers who do it a lot quicker and a lot better. The difference is they don't have my viewpoint or my outlook or my style, and I think we all have our own style that for whatever reason is important, especially for those who actually make these games and want to know more about why I as a player enjoy it. So anyway, again, this is all just experimental. If there's something I'm recording that you'd rather I don't, tell me. I will be trying to record some of my books as audiobooks at some point. And again, that's going to be for me to reach out to you guys to show, hey, here's something else I do that I enjoy, that I'm pretty good at. I hope you think that's true. You know, please support me because I need reviewers and blah, blah, blah. You know, it's more of like a, you know, I review, you know, please give me a review kind of setting. But, you know, use this channel however you feel is good. But ultimately, I just want to emphasize that I'm still doing things, and hopefully you guys will like all the stuff that's coming along. So I guess I'm just going to keep playing this game. I don't really have a whole lot else to say. I'm just going to end up repeating myself. If you like this game, it's called Mini Metro. It's very chill, and I don't know, I enjoy it. I find it's addicting. I can tell you the first time I played this game, I didn't, you know, when I saw it advertised on Steam for the longest time, and I kept ignoring it. It didn't look like my thing. But one day I just decided, you know what, a lot of people love this game, and I don't know why. I may as well try it out, and I gotta tell you, it's fun. If you're not familiar with what the game is, it's taking little mini maps from the various undergrounds around the world. Undergrounds is like a, you know, another word for train, subway trains. And you're just designing subway plans, but you're also trying to make sure that they're designed in a way that's efficient, that gets your passengers from one station to another in a timely manner. You'll see that the shapes are all abstract. The goal is to get like a little circle here to the circle station that they're trying to get to. If you have overlapping stations, you can have them get to where they're trying to go faster. If you have lines that you can draw, like let's say if I want the star to go to this triangle, actually, oh, I can do that too. Then I'll draw a line, and that way the star people can get to the triangle people or stations fairly quickly. But there's no money involved. One thing, it's not representative of the channel yet because I've been playing a bunch of OHRRPG games, but the one of my favorite genres is the business simulator. If you know my game Entrepreneur at the beginning, it's essentially the adventure version of a business tycoon. I've been working on it since 2009, and I'm actually in the process of learning Unity so that I can port it to Unity, because I think the OHR, you know, as flexible as it is, there's still some things it can't yet do that I want it to do, but that I know that Unity can do, and it may be that the OHR will be able to do this stuff by the time I learn Unity. So who knows what the future of that will hold, but you know, I like those kinds of games, so I'm going to be playing more of those, and kind of an early hint of what I will be putting online here shortly. It's a tycoon type game. You can probably by process of elimination, you know, begin to figure out what it is that I'm working on behind the scenes, but yeah, but it's a popular game, one you probably have played. And that's one I find entertaining. Why am I so? Yeah, but that's the state of the channel. So if you've been wondering where I've been, I've been around. I've just, you know, I have a lot of things I do. I do more than play games. Oh, and the last point I want to make, I don't know if I made it. I just keep rambling, so I might have made it, and you know, this game's going to end soon if this station doesn't get picked up, so maybe I can wrap it up now. Nope, they're picking up. Never mind. Oh, actually, no, they're still going. All right, game's over. So did it almost 1100. That's pretty good. That's the goal of the game, is to don't let these stations fill up, or you'll lose. I don't even know what I was about to say. It probably doesn't matter. Essentially, I'm trying to make episodes that are more entertaining, but I'm going to record them ahead of time and release them on a schedule. And if you like the pace of schedule, let me know. I do hope to start a second game while the one that I'm playing starts to go live. But I just want to emphasize I'm not going to be doing any more Netflix-style, you know, releases where I put a bunch of videos at once, unless it's for the OHR and it's for the designer. those I will still continue to produce. Probably unedited, rapid fire and all that. But for these bigger games, I want to just make it a little more accessible and a little more manageable. So I think releasing them in episodes rather than entire chunks will be good. But anyway, I don't know what I was going to say before, so we'll skip it. But hope you'll come back. Start looking for the new series soon. I was planning on the 17th again. I don't know if I'm going to stick to that. I'm probably going to put an announcement trailer in front of it, so keep an eye out for that. So, all right, see y'all soon. Thanks for hanging out.